And we're back! It just actually occurred to me I can probably cut out the pointlessly long loading scenes since I've got Camtasia, which is awesome, so I think we're actually going to do just that. First, well, you know, I'm assuming I don't have anything to say during them. First is to Anne Claire's room. Which I do have some...
Anne Claire, forthwith. Inventor, genius, teenager.
So I'm going to stop with the silly voice acting and just read it. I've been told that it just doesn't quite work for some people. But at the same time, it can be hard to read the dialogue for some people, so... Top of cool? Come on, guys, out of the way. Doesn't look that cool. Let's talk to Anne Claire once more. For all its Victorian tween presentation, the room reeks of factory oils. As you enter, the diminutive occupant brightens. Dear Uncle! The heart it leaps, child. You are a welcome respite from the machinations of a grim universe. Nobody is quite sure what to do with that. You remember, Rata, I'm sure. The circumstances of that meeting were... unique. Of course, Uncle. The courtesy is charming, if not entirely symmetrical. The ponderous wrench may have thrown it off. Miss Forthwith, Anne Claire, we must again intrude on your studies. The usual arrangement is in place. We gain access to your invaluable expertise, and in exchange we will bring you that which your experiments require. Indeed, and you could not have come at a better time. I need more things to poke with science. I am working on something substantial. For school, I should hope. She does not answer. Could we see it? What are you working on? The wrench twists in her hands. Soon. You'll be able to see it soon. Perhaps we can speed the process? She nibbles her lower lip, consulting some elaborate mental file. I just need a few small things. An old engine, nothing especially modern. Well, no, we can get that. Easy. Also, 5 bolts of silk. What? It shouldn't be a problem. Oh, and some... really, a very small amount of raw energite. What's energite? Are we thinking the same dangerous, unstable, incredibly dangerous substance? Only one molecule, Uncle. One tiny, beautiful molecule. I'm looking for a place to live again. Again? Something did happen to the home, yes. And everyone is very sorry. Everyone so wishes we could just move on. Anne Claire forthwith cocks her head. You have a read on that robot? One that destroyed my house? That is, before these two destroyed it a second time? Anne Claire forthwith nods gravely. In the prototype we found earlier, almost completely scratched out, was the name Crazior. As in Dr. Jonathan Crazior, famous roboticist. She holds up an immaculately preserved copy of Whirligig magazine. On the cover, a man stands with his hand on a robot you have seen before. The caption reads, Crazior and Friends, the Harvest Buddy nearest completion. Harvest Buddy, you say? We know them by a different name. Our foe is a murderer and a plagiarist, and I do not know which is worse. Dr. Crazior is currently being treated at the infamous Cloying Odor Sanitarium. I will be very curious to learn why. A dark and twisted place for dark and twisted people with health insurance. You seem pretty busy. Never too busy. Anne Claire pats your hand, turning your palm upward to receive a kind of locket. There is no picture inside. There's only a button, mother of pearl, marked with the letters ACF. As before, you may press this button for assistance, should you require. Young lady, I'm concerned that your school marks will suffer. Her laugh is almost elfin in nature. Fear not, uncle. I've put something into place that should streamline this process. Well, for that whole things that she wants, should head right back to Desperation Street. I wonder why the loading was so long that first time. Indeed, an engine. A chest that we can only open in insane mode, eh? How curious.
The Cloying Odor Sanitarium is a tangle of old secrets. Secrets that bite in the dark.
I'm gonna hit this with my health. Wait, did we just beat a man in a wheelchair with a hoe?
Hold! These miserable creatures don't appear to have been entirely rehabilitated. Oh yes, I believe they are quite dangerous. Together, we may administer a grave sedative. What say you?
What? They just let these mofos run around the outside? Are they like free range or some shit? Inspectors who come to look the place over often become patients before the inspection has been concluded. It has created a somewhat lax atmosphere. So, we could warm up on these guys, then? Warm up? Hell yeah. Maybe your Atah is rusty. I think I got it. Just like riding a bike, right? I would say that it differs from bike riding in at least one key respect. Let us proceed.
It is in my power to make battles very easy for you. I can also make them more difficult. As requests go, that one is perhaps more rare.
Just like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I think so. Consider it done. Now then, where were we?
Beating up crazy people with garden implements. Yeah, he's weak versus basic attacks, eh? That'll be convenient. Oh, it was space to block, wasn't it? Did he just punch himself in the head? We should get on the whole overkilling things, though, shouldn't we? Natural 20. It's all about practice. Nasty. And thus gets his first overkill. Ooh, and it's +5 damage now. Yeah, you need like a couple basics to soften him up for the coup de grace. I didn't mean to kill you that hard, man. This guy is probably weak versus special attacks then. But we're gonna give him one more basic to make sure that we can finish him off with a special. We didn't perfect it, so we won't get the overkill. I mean the click. Oh, we do. We've easied it up a bit. I'm not sure how I feel about that. He wants to hug our throat, eh? What? Ah, he's a special guy, right? They're lactating? Kind of disturbing. Almost. They are apparently weak versus, or this one is apparently weak versus Guardian. Still get the hang of this one. but I think we can take this hoe down. With a hoe. Yes. Yeah, we're not getting overkill on him without perfecting it. Levels for all! Ah, feel. Ooh, Photognuts! Timing, it's the secret to comedy, and I must master it. Let's do this. There we go. 2 fingers did it. Root. Traditionally, they have been. We are? I didn't know we were in league with the cats. That may have been a bit of a waste, but... Fire 2! I'm not doing well enough to counterattack. I miss my rake. I could say to people like, please to rake your acquaintance. You know, that sort of thing. now all I've got is like hoe puns. Any idea how hard it is to make hoe puns? I suppose it's not. You know, there's really only the one joke you can make with them. Rake goes with all sorts of things. I mean. I should have gone through with the combat tutorial, see if it would remind me if counters exist or not anymore. Oh, level again? What's up with that, man? Oh! Yes, I remember these things all being like hiding in the stupid stuff. And Claire's up. Let's help her do her thing. See what it does this time. Hell! Hey! I don't even! There's one way to handle those. I still don't know what even! And now I feel obliged to back up and look for anything else briefly. Because of all the trouble I had last time. Well, that's when they first emerged, so I doubt it's... Keep an eye on those. I recall going near completely insane trying to find the very last thing. Ooh, helium. Guess what? Get to finish him off. I'm terrible at this. In fact, I might even go so far as to say I am terrible-er. I used to be almost decent. Oh, we do still counterattack. Gotta get this kill in. There we go. Did he just do the punch clean through the torso there? Wow. Now I wish we hadn't done that in Claire. Granted, at the time we didn't know. Shuffling around to no effect. And now we are on to just finishing them all off. I do think this is much better than his spam spacebar, just because that got kind of annoying. Oh, he's going down. Sorry, Tycho. We got all sorts of shinies. So let's see what this guy wants.
In the mist, would this be the man we seek?
I don't know.
He seems
You
to
tell me.
soil himself with less frequency. They say only madmen know the truth. I don't know who said it, though. It could have been a madman.
It is him. Oh, this is fantastic. New orderlies. I look forward to being brutalized in some creative new fashion. I have yet to be seared by a hot iron during my stay. What a novel agony that must be. We aren't orderlies. No, that's a relief. I've just gotten used to the brigands who currently operate the establishment. Who are you, then? We're from the Startling Developments Detective Agency. I'm Tycho Erasmus Bray, founder. It might be difficult to explain what I actually do. Gabriel might be easier. I punch people! And not just for fun, no. I do it professionally. You know, I'm the... Gears in Gabriel's mind begin to spin profusely. I'm our head puncher! And this is Arata. She is something of a new hire. Dr. Jonathan Crazior, at your service. I apologize for not having more pep. The constant beatings, you understand, they do weigh on a person. You heard or seen anything strange? Ha! Ha ha! I see things here virtually every minute of every day that defy comprehension. We need to talk about your robotics work. Do you? Do you now? Well, maybe I need to get out of this wretched madhouse. Talk to the man who runs this horrid place, Dr. Lord Shandier Wolfington. He... Spasm crosses Tycho's face. Yes, I have made his acquaintance. Yeah, I guess you would. Oh, how jolly. Perhaps that will help. And I'll do you one better. Secure my release papers and I'll give you something startling. An air horn? Air horn indeed. Nay, sir, and again I say nay. Under ordinary circumstances, I would never part with it. These are not ordinary circumstances, are they? I will give you a certain punch card, one prized in scientific circles. One is a monkey with his mouth wide open. Do you put them in things? Or... yeah, I'm curious about this too. Oh, then lean in close, friends. Your merry band leans in, desperate for education. Dr. Crazior takes a deep breath. I'll never tell you. Now go get my goddamn papers. You don't seem especially crazy, Dr. Crazior. Don't I? Well, I'm not crazy. That may be a part of it. I read in the Arcadian that you were committed here just before announcing your newest invention. That's a tad convenient for my tastes. I might call it rather inconvenient. Tycho nods gravely. I'll concede that. Is there anything we should know about this place? So much about it is terrible or odd, I hardly know where to begin. I know that the door to Wolfington's study is guarded by a it's a strong door. Strychnium hatch. Strychnium? But that's the strongest material in existence. Yes, I'm quite aware. How could such a door be breached? I'm sure I have no idea. It's made of strychnium. You could try wishing very hard, I suppose. It's been a pleasure, Dr. Crazior. Oh yes, it's been wonderful. Usually my days are filled with abuse. This is a rather nice change of pace. Well, that's a good time as any to stop, since it's been about half an hour and I don't want these things to run too long. See you all later, everyone. Next time on the Rainstick Precipice of Darkness, Episode 2. I find ways to make the episode titles even longer!